Hello, everyone, and welcome to Therapeutic Tea Tuesdays with me, Amber Star, also known as Life Coach Miss Star, and with a worthy woman filled with wisdom. And yeah, every Tuesday I am super excited because it gives us a chance to motivate, to inspire you, that you can experience in wholeness and joy because Jesus made a way. That is our mission. And thank you for joining me right here on Red Media Radio and also my YouTube channel. And everyone, I'm so excited. I have a worthy woman filled with wisdom, and her name is Lori. And Lori, would you introduce yourself to our awesome audience?
Yes, my name is Lori Cox, and I recently just really felt God putting a call in my heart to combine faith and my fitness, my love for God, my love for fitness. So yeah, I've just started over the past couple months, kind of in the beginning stages here, and excited to see where God's going to take this. I Yeah, I'm a wife. I'm a mom of three. I've got a boy who just started high school, who's 13, a daughter who's 10, and another boy who's 8. So busy mom, busy home, 2 dogs, 2 cats.
I love it, Lori. Well, Lori, thank you for joining me on Therapeutic Tea Tuesdays podcast. How are you feeling this Tuesday?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Yes, I'm feeling good.
Oh,
How are
that
you?
is awesome.
Yes, how are you doing? How's your Tuesday?
Oh, you know what, Lori? It is very blessed. I'm just happy to be up here. Audience, we had a few technologies, but I'm glad that we're online. We're getting this going.
Yes, I'm recording on my phone because my computer was not cooperating either. But yeah, we've got it going now. We're technology on both our ends there this morning.
Oh, I know. Oh, well, Lori, I'm so excited. And audience, I was just so impressed with Lori's content, and she has so much wisdom to share and take you along this fitness journey. And the name of this episode is The Bible and Your Body. So I'm so excited. And Laura, we're going to kickstart this podcast. And there was a quote that you had on your Instagram, which I truly enjoyed because Jesus is the root foundation for you. And the quote said that it was just really awesome. It says, peace comes in situations completely surrendered to the sovereign authority of Christ. And that was written by Beth Moore. Let us know, Lori, how that quote was so important to post on your Instagram, and what does that mean to you?
Well, I felt like it just really resonated with me, and it's I wanted to share it with other people. I feel like when there's something that can help somebody else, or that helped me in the past, I'm like, okay, this is good. I got to share this and share it with other people. And for me, it resonated with me because there's so many situations in life, and I mean everything. It's when I posted, I kind of thought of a few different situations, but where we just have to lift the whole situation up to God. It's like a lifting off your shoulders. It's that weight, or it's taking the problem here, or not even problems. Sometimes it's starting a ministry, right? Okay, this is my ministry, God. You take it. You do what you want with it. Like when my mom was sick, I remember just really the situation was tough, and so just giving it to God every day, just surrender it to Him, and it really does. It takes away the weight off you. Like when I find, for me, when I've truly learned to just give it to the Lord, this is my situation, I give it to you, and all situations, not just tough ones, but when you give it to Him, He takes it, and you don't have to worry about it because He's taking care of it. He'll give you what you need. So I just, I love that quote. I saw it and I'm like, I gotta put this on my page. So
I love it, Lori. When I seen it too, just and how it resonates with you, it truly resonates with me because you are absolutely right. Like surrendering to Jesus Christ, he's always going to take care of it. And it gives you this peace when the road might seem like chaotic and hectic, but you just have a peace and you're like, you know what, Lord, I'm just going to give it to you and just let you do what you can do. And that's it. And he's so faithful.
yes, he is. He is.
Oh, that is beautiful, Lori. Thank you for breaking that down. So, audience, we gonna have some peace during this interview.
Yes. Yes. Surrender
And
to the Lord.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Lori, so you are an awesome fitness instructor. Let us know what made you want to become a fitness instructor.
Well, it started like after I graduated high school. I started going to the pool and swimming laps, and then I actually got into lifeguarding. And so when I was taking all my lifeguard courses, somebody somebody told me, if you take aquafit, which is water aerobics, it kind of
Mm.
helps you get hired. So I originally took the water aerobics so I could get hired as a lifeguard, because there's lots of lifeguards, and and it's a good way to kind of to get in there. And so I started out as a lifeguard in the recreation centers, and I really would really look forward to aquafit. Like, I'd be so excited about my playlist, and be like just waiting to teach it every shift. It was just like I would just wait. I couldn't wait to teach aquafit, which is the water aerobics. And so I started working out in the gym all the time. I'd go before work, I'd stay after work, during my break I'd be doing bicep curls, and I kind of just got really into working out, and then just kind of shifted from the aquatics into fitness. And so I've been doing that for a long time now. Honestly, about the same time we got married, about 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, started out with high low, and kind of went with different types of step and power strength, and now Pilates is my favorite thing. And so I've kind of just, yeah, done different types of fitness, but really love everything about fitness. And just kind of fell in love with it, started working out, doing the aquafit, and it's like, I like this, and kept going. Yeah.
Oh, that is
So
awesome. I tell
yeah.
you, fitness is so important too for life because you want to be in fit. And it's so interesting, Lori, when you were saying lifeguard, I was like, oh my goodness, what beautiful way to work out your body and surrender to God. And I was like, oh my goodness, Jesus is like my lifeguard.
Yes, that is that. I saw a t-shirt that said that the other day, and I was like, oh, I like that. Or Jesus is my personal trainer.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
saw that too, or my lifeguard. I'm like, oh, I could go with either of those. So
Oh,
yeah.
we'll take it. I love it. And audience, I'm all about positive affirmations and I want y'all feeling good, looking good. So I'm going to just put it out there to our healthy, great body image audience. Lori, you have a business, TriFitness. Let's break down your business. What is your mission?
My mission, that God's really put in my heart is faith and fitness. So to spread God's word through fitness, help people find like freedom, freedom. Another slogan, sort of try fitness, faith, fitness, freedom. I kind of thought, um, you know, bringing like where the spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom. So, and honestly, encouraging people and helping people just in their walk with God, but just to be healthy, because it's body, mind, and soul is kind of, some people think try fitness, so is it like a triathlon workout? But it's more like body, mind, soul. What I was kind of thinking, or faith, fitness, freedom, kind of just combining those three things: the body, mind, and our spirit, and connecting with God, and and just learning, like even doing Bible studies. I used to do Bible studies and we do a little workout, and it's kind of a ministry that I feel like I've been doing a little bit all along, like Bible studies at my house and then workouts, and it's just kind of combining them, because I think they're all so important. All three: body, mind, and worshiping God and learning more about him. And it's great because fitness is a great tool to kind of spread God's word, spread the gospel. So yeah, so that's my mission.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it, Lori. So you're trying to solve a problem, right? You want your clients to be healthy, rooted in God, and feel good about their self-image and who they are. I love that.
Yes. Yes. And who God made us. Like he made, we're all different. And so just, yeah, building confidence and enjoying fitness for what it is. It's, a God given, like, we've got our bodies, we can move. So
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. So, audience, this is the first time on the podcast that we have a fitness instructor. So we're going to break down some exercises and everything. And Lori has some awesome videos. Lori, one of the things, exercise you mentioned earlier that you absolutely love right now is Pilates, which is
Yes.
by Joseph Pilates. Let us know first and foremost what Pilates is, and give us some more backstory on how that is so important.
Yes. So Joseph Pilates created, originally he called it like controlology, and he actually helped rehabilitate soldiers during the World War I, who are rehabilitate and who are sick and stuff. And so it started out with about like a regular sequence, like 34 exercises, so one after the other. It's like a regimented, like the same exercise, or the same sequence, sorry, of exercise. I kind of teach a little more contemporary now. Pilates, there's a lot of different, I kind of incorporate different sort of stretches and exercises. And sometimes I do traditional, which I still love, like going through the 34 exercises. But Pilates it's a exercise that's really, really focused on the mobility of your spine, on core strengthening, on lengthening and expanding your muscles. It's really good for strengthening your abdominals, your core. It's really good for toning all of your body. Like it's a full body workout, and it's great for posture. It's focused a lot on body alignment and spinal alignment and stability. So yeah, and also it's good for the mind and body, like just for the awareness. Like there's a lot of in Pilates, you know, for example, before I learned Pilates, I would do, it's called crisscross, where it looks a little bit like bicycle. But then when I
Mm.
learned Pilates, it's very like, like you're connecting your mind, and it's a slower and really learning to break. It's almost like breaking down the exercise. Like when you move your legs, you're pushing your legs, or you're pressing your belly in down to the ground, like just sort of your imagination, not your imagination, but you're using your mind. You're really connecting to your body, which is good for some people who, it takes a while to kind of get connected to your body to know how to do exercises. So it's honestly, I love Pilates because it's a good foundation for any sort of exercise. Like any exercise, if you have a strong core,
Mm.
and you can do any exercise. I feel like that's a big reason I kind of chose to kind of do a little more on the Pilates side, but mix it with other types of exercise, and because it is a good foundation for anything. So there's so many benefits to it.
Oh,
So
it sounds like it. And I know there's so many different types of Pilates. I know that you had mentioned that Pilates, there's like Pilates roll-ups. Lori, can you break down some more of the other forms of Pilates and their benefits?
yes, yes. So there's different, those are Pilates exercises. So I teach mat Pilates, and a roll up. it kind of looks like a sit-up. It's like a sit-up. And it's a really, really great exercise. The intent of that one is more like articulation of the spine or movement of the joints. And it's really good for also for spinal mobility, for your posture, for strengthening your abdominals, and also a good back stretch as you come up from that one. It's on the top part of it when you kind of on my Instagram you can see I did a post of that one. And slow controlled movements, like it's one of my, I mean, I feel like I say every exercise is my favorite exercise. I have a lot of favorites, but yeah, definitely in Pilates I feel like I have more favorites. So the roll up is a very, very good Pilates part of the sequence of exercises. So
Oh, I love it. Exercise is so important. And I know that it gives you, when you exercise often, Lori, it gives you a lot of energy and a lot of endurance. Is that correct?
yes, very, very beneficial. All types of exercise. Pilates is great for the mind, body, stretching, toning. And then I like to do some cardio Pilates things because cardio is really important too. So yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Lori, with that being said, how often would you recommend that someone does exercise in a week?
In a week. So at least 2 times, I would say 2 to 5 days a week. If they're starting, try for 3 days a week, I would say, because you want to get used to the routine. It has to be a measurable goal. So something that you can do. So how much time do you have? But I would say at least 3 times a week, like 3 to 5 days a week, or 3 to 6. Definitely one day of rest in there, and mixing it up, right? Mixing up the types of workouts that you do.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Lori, I love that. So anywhere from 3 to 5, three if you're just starting off. And Lori,
Yeah.
how I hear a lot of people say this, like 30 minutes, but if you're just starting out, how much time should they spend? 20, 30 minutes. What would you recommend?
Well, so it kind of depends on your goals. And I always say, because I mean, there's the standard, like you should at least work out for 20 minutes with your heart rate up at this, that's what the standards of cardio and weight training. But I always try and go by, okay, what can they do? Because just starting out, you want to have goals that will reach you to the harder, more workouts. But I would say if you're doing weights, try and do at least 30 to 45 minutes of weights 2 to 3 days a week, and same for cardio. So, or you can combine 30 and 30, do weights and cardio. My workout's always different depending on, sometimes I do 30 minutes cardio, 30 minutes weights. I do a lot of HIIT sort of workouts where I combine. I do I'll mix Pilates and bicep curls or back extensions, different things, and I'll mix it in with my cardio because because HIIT training is good too. Because then you get your heart rate up and you're working out. So and you can do that in 20 minutes, but at least 20 minutes, I would say. But even doing 5 minutes, even if you come home and I tell my husband when I'm like, just come and do 5 minutes of Pilates. That's all you need. You need more. I mean, it's good to do more, but if you're just any exercise is good, right? But if you can get at least 20 minutes of cardio and 20 to 30 minutes of weight training, or a few days a week, that's great. So
I love it, Lori. It makes you feel so good. So y'all heard it. At least 20 minutes if you can do that, audience, to stay healthy, stay fit, and have you just feeling awesome.
Yes, 20 to 30 minutes. I try to push more 30, but so 20 to 30. Yeah.
Oh, I hear you, Lori. Lori, from your own experience, if they're just starting out and they're moving into that, how long do you think you start getting adjusted to where you're like, all right, I'm in there. I'm going to start doing this regularly. I know some experts say 21 days, or is it sooner? What, from your own experience, what would you say just to get adjusted to a new exercise schedule?
Yeah, I would say about 3 weeks. Yeah,
Awesome.
like a few. Yeah, and then you get adjusted and you can change it up a little bit. And yeah, I would say about that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty quick too. So you're in there, you got your mind ready, you like, hey, I'm going to exercise.
Yes, yes. Takes about 3 weeks, I find. Then it becomes a habit. Just making it a habit, right? Getting into the routine of it. Once you're in the routine, like for me, exercise it's not an option. Like it's mandatory. It's on my calendar. I write it on my calendar. I do. Like I'm like, okay, yesterday I did cardio, a little bit of weights, and it was on my calendar. And it was one of the first things I did. Uh because then when you write it in your calendar, I find it's there. It's part of what your plan is for the day. That it's because it's not it shouldn't be just an option. It should be like we need to do it. It's important.
Oh,
So
Lori,
yeah.
I love it. I love that. Lori, I'm a life coach, so I am all for that. So, audience, I got an assignment
Yeah.
for you. Thank you, Lori. My assignment is, and I know I tend to use my phone. If you have a calendar or a phone, write down the days that you're going
Yes.
to exercise and how long. And when you're done, check it off. That is my assignment to you, Lori. I agree, Lori. It is mandatory. So yes,
Yes.
go ahead and add that to your calendar now. We're getting into the new year, audience. Why not start by putting it on your calendar, letting it mandatory, getting it in your mind, because you want to be feeling good and you want to be fit. Lori, thank you so much.
Yes. You are welcome.
Lori, now I know I'm putting you on the spot, but it's a good spot. Lori, I cannot let our audience we're hearing about this. Lori, would you mind getting up and doing an example? It could be of any exercise to show our awesome audience on YouTube.
Yes, yes. Here, let me just
Yeah.
I put a map in. See, this is actually where I'm going to be doing. I haven't started on YouTube yet, but I did make a YouTube channel, and that is one of my New Year's. I'm going to take off my slippers here.
Yes, I'm encouraging you.
Sometimes I have been recording little videos for Instagram. Just started in October, so I'm kind of doing it slowly. Can you see me here?
We can see you perfectly.
Oh, perfect. Okay, okay. Sometimes I adjust it a few times before. Well, why don't you show me the roll-up since that's one that
Yes.
yeah, okay. So when you do the roll-ups, I always tell people to zip their legs together, flex your feet, nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed, and anchoring. So anchoring is a big thing in Pilates. So think of like pressing and you're anchoring your heels, you're anchoring your legs, your glutes, like you're anchored into the mat. And you want your hands to be facing each other, shoulders relaxed. And this is where the pelvic tuck comes. So sometimes I'll actually get people doing it, another exercise first to kind of think of pressing your belly button inward. So here, see, my belly is going to go in. My shoulders aren't rounding. So your belly button goes in and you're slowly coming down. So almost like sometimes for clients, I'll put almost a fist in here and it's like sucking in that part of your belly. So you're, yeah, so it's like a C curve. You think a C curve of the spine. So you're doing your C curve as you slowly come down, slowly, 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 and then inhale to come back, and then exhale to come back up. And here's a nice back stretch. This is what I was talking about. So you're slowly coming down here, nice and slow. Sometimes I'll get people to hold it, and you can like add different exercises. Sometimes I just stay here and add some exercises, but slowly come down, nice and slow. And then flex your feet, squeeze your thighs, and then exhale to come back up here. And that's the roll up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lori, thank you so much. Yeah. Actually, a Pilates, a roll up. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll be regularly, I gotta move I'll be regularly posting on YouTube soon. Full workout. So yeah, Pilates and different types of workouts. So
Yes, awesome. Lori, thank you so much. You definitely encouraged me. I am definitely going to do a Pilates roll up. So thank you so
Yes,
much for
yes,
that.
so good. It's one of the basics. And even if you just do half roll downs, I call them, where you don't go all the way down in the beginning, you're still working the same muscles. Like you're still just your hip flexors, you're working a little more when you come back up, but you know, it's a great way to just strengthen, just even doing half roll downs to begin with until you get the full roll down. So, or roll up. Yes.
Oh, I love it. Oh, and audience, y'all already know only on Therapeutic T26 podcast. You got the guests, we got singing, we got music, and we had Lori workout. So go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment below. Continue to follow us. We here to inspire.
Yes, yes.
And Lori, a lot of other things too. I know I was reading some of your reviews in the audience. She has some awesome reviews, and some of your clients were saying it has helped with arthritis. It alleviates pain. What are some and arthritis? What are some symptoms or things that the exercise actually help with?
Well, because when you have a strong core, it just kind of takes the pressure off your spine and your hip joints. So it can reduce arthritic pain and also prevent like additional sort of damage, and joint damage. So it's just really just having a strong core is good for those things, as well as balance. When you're working your core, your balance, it's really good for your balance. So that will help as well, and increasing your range of motion, which just, then it's easier to do like everyday things. Yeah, so
Oh, I love it. It just has so many benefits. And Lori,
it
there
does.
are so many exercises. So we talked about Pilates. Lori, let us know about more about what stretching and toning is and what it does.
Yes, yeah. So stretching is really great. Also increases your range of motion, so helps you again with everyday tasks. And stretching is a must, especially if you're doing, weight training and cardio. Like if I don't stretch, I feel it in my knees. Like when I go for a run and I'm like, ooh, and I don't stretch after, like it really, really helps prevent injury and muscle soreness. So it's, yeah, and obviously it's very good for your posture too as well, same as Pilates and stretching. And toning is help your body to be strong and prevent different not what's it rheumatoid arthritis and different, like you can actually help prevent um certain types of things. So it's really good. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And what about toning? Lori, what exactly is toning and the benefits of toning as well?
Yeah, so toning is really good because it helps your body become stronger. So you're
Mm,
able to do things easier and better, as well as toning. It's really helps prevent like different injuries and stuff. Like if your muscles around the knees and everything are
mm.
strong, then you're not gonna get injured as easy. And same with if your back muscles are strong, you're going to have a stronger back and going to be more healthy. So it's important. Also increases your metabolism
Yes.
when you do. Yeah, like weight training does increase your metabolism. So yeah,
Oh,
lots of benefits.
oh, I love it. And Lori, you also mentioned earlier range of motion exercises. Is that different, and what exactly are those exercises?
Well, range, just in general, stretching will increase your range of motion. So then like like if you're doing, for example, like a side kind of twist, I used to not be able to do it on my other side. Like I could go
Oh,
super like
mm,
really flexible on one side and then the other side. And I do that stretch regularly, and now I'm able to increase the range of motion on the other side too.
awesome.
So yeah, so it's good. You're just become more flexible and your body's more pliable. Like it's, yeah, it's increases that. So stretching is very good.
Oh, I think it's important. You got me motivated. I'm sitting here. I'm like, let me stretch to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, Lori. Lori, a lot of other things, even in your exercises, you bring in a ball, a plank. Let us know about those as well.
Yes. Yes, I like the Bosu. I can show you my Bosu ball. And yeah, I do lots of different exercises on that one. It's a great one for like to try some like bicep curls, or you go have one leg on there and do shoulder press, or I think I did a cardio one where I did some different cardio moves and jump squats and stuff. Um, let me see, I have it here somewhere. This is my workout room here. Right here.
Yes, we are on a mission to work out and feel just awesome.
It's a half ball, and it's great because yeah, I can show here. Can you see me here?
Yes.
Like a tilt, or I like doing cardio on here. I do a lot of cardio mixes, so you can do like regular squats or jump squats, or you can do kind of like taps. There's so many different exercises, or you can just come up and do your weights, right? If you just want to do bicep curls or add a little balance in there and kind of lift up your leg. Yeah, those kind of things. So,
Oh, I love
yeah,
it.
that's the Bosu.
Oh, that is what it's called, the Bosu.
The Bosu ball, yeah. So,
I learned something new. And then you talked about weights too, Lori, right? So those are some you use the basketball, use weights. Those are some of the props that you use during exercises.
yes, yes. Did you want me to show you the weights?
Oh,
Or
sure.
yeah, different. So yeah, I mean, you can even mix up, or there's so many different things here. But yeah, you can mix up, like yeah, you can do, for example, lunges, or you can do curtsy, and then add in some biceps, like with some weights. So there's so many different exercises. I love exercise. You just mix up, do a whole bunch of different add your biceps in, do some curtsies, and you add a bit more glutes, and then yeah, go do it on the Bosu and work a little bit on your balance. So all those are good.
Oh, Lori, thank you so much. I mean, you really broke it down. Pilates, the benefits, the exercises, the weights, and it's just it's so awesome. Lori, I wanted to know, with all of that being said, how does exercise help you like manage with your emotions and your stress?
Yes, yes. Well, so when you exercise, it actually releases your neurotransmitter, like your happy uh that it's called serotonin and dopamine. And so those in your body, it's there's an increase when you're working out. So it'll help you feel more happy and relaxed and in a good mood. So
I
yeah.
love it.
Yes, and when you add one thing, I learned recently. I took this Revelation Wellness Fitness Instructor course, and so their whole there's a lot of people doing faith and fitness right now, and they train instructors to do that. And one thing I learned there, which I love, which just I again that resonated. I was like, oh yes, is because I always like I love listening to worship music. When you're like, sometimes I'll look for more techno even, but worship music that's upbeat. And when you're working out, and apparently there's a part of your brain, the hippocampus, that actually will start to at like an accelerated rate put out new brain cells. So you're actually kind of like renewing your mind and your trains of thought when you're working out, compared to people, apparently in a study, compared to people who weren't working out, that their brain cells were being more brain cells are being produced at like a faster, like a more accelerated rate. So that was just interesting. So something I learned in that course that so when you combine like God's word and fitness, you're actually like renewing your mind and creating new trains of thoughts.
Oh,
So
I
yeah.
love it. It just puts you in a good mood because you have the words, so you get your peace, and then you're working out. And I think it's helpful because sometimes, you might get tired working out. So just having that song, that music, it just continues to inspire you.
Yes, yes.
Oh man, I love it, Lori. That is awesome. So, Lori, I really want the audience to know TriFitness. Lori, let us know. Say, for instance, I am a new client. I am coming to you and I'm saying, Lori, I'm just starting out. How does TriFitness and your mission, what are you going to do for that new, awesome, new fit, healthy, fit client?
Well, my thing is to be fit in every way. So, depending on the goals, I think it's really important to go over, what their goals are, writing them out. I always think writing things out are super important, and coming up with a plan, like a specific plan, and that includes. Obviously a workout and tweaking the workout and how to get there physically, but also with our knowing who we are in Christ, and really also finding a spiritual and mental, like going through our habits and okay, what are some bad habits, what are things we need to change, and especially with eating habits and stuff, that's one thing, going over why, because it's easy to have a lot of bad eating habits, right? So that's another thing that I go over, and kind of just depending on their goals. I'm a personal trainer too, and so I have my Pilates, and some people really like the Pilates, and but also personal training, depending on what the person's goals are. So it's more specific.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
And online, also I do Zoom classes and stuff. So I really enjoy kind of doing Bible studies and getting people into the Word and kind of refreshing your mind, renewing your mind there, and also doing a little bit of Pilates. So I do Zoom classes as well. So, and in person, I'm teaching in person class. I'm starting in January on my own, because before I always worked for the city, so I've just kind of switched into TriFitness and into my own faith-based fitness. So yeah, it's exciting.
Congratulations to you, Lori. Let us know, let our fit audience know what classes that you'll be having in January.
Yes. So right now, the in-person I are on Thursdays, and then but for Zoom classes, I'll be offering a Monday night, which is just a Pilates class. And that's 4:30 to 5:30, and that's Pacific time. And then I'll be offering a 10 to 11, and that's a Bible study. We'll be studying contentment. And that will be 10 to 11 on Tuesdays as well. No, one's Wednesday, one's Tuesday. Yes, I have a few different classes that I'm offering, and a few people asking about different times. So I'm just kind of working out the times. You can see on my social media pages too, I post. So yeah, Monday night is the 4:30 to 5:30, and then Tuesday morning is the 10 to 11 on Zoom. Those are the two in the morning. Yes.
Oh, awesome. So you're offering your service in person and virtually, Lori.
Yes, yes. So the Zoom and in person.
Oh, and where?
My classes here.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh, y'all gotta check Lori out in all her virtual classes, her in-person classes. She's on a mission to get you fit. She'll create a plan for you, and you'll come out feeling good and closer to God.
Yes, and I do work one-on-one too. So with private Pilates or Faith Fitness Freedom Program. So whichever, there's a few different things. So yeah, you can contact me one-on-one as well. So.
Oh, awesome.
Mhm.
Lori, let the audience know we dived right in. We talked about peace. Lori, where does your background come from? How did you get into just loving God and your word?
Um, so, I've always kind of searched. Like when I was a little kid, I always asked a lot of questions about God. I always knew there was a creator. And my grandma was she was a Christian and my mom, so they told me about Jesus and I knew who he was. And I believed, but I mean, it's different when you have a relationship, believing and knowing and actually having a relationship. So, when I was 13, I really started to search. I had some other family members that kind of got really involved in a lot of like occult um, type activities, uh, and I had lots of Christian friends at that time too, who said, "Oh, you shouldn't, do that," and sort of told me about Jesus more, and I was really interested, and so I just sort of started praying a lot that God would show me the right path. What is the right way? Like, is it what this family member has taught me, or is it Jesus? And is it and so I became a Christian when I was 13. And
Oh,
yeah, so I decided to then, and kind of um I stopped doing all my occult tarot cards, all my stuff like that. I kind of stopped doing then, and decided to give my life to Christ. And since then, yeah, I feel like God's God's been doing a work. He's I just love how much grace he has and how he teaches us. And um and I love walking with Jesus. And yeah, I've always known they were real, but to really actually choose to have the relationship. And yeah, and there's a transformation there, right? Putting off our old self and becoming new. So yeah, so God's been very real in my life.
oh, that is absolutely beautiful. I want to commend you too, Lori, for taking the initiative to say, hey, my family might say this, and whether they're into occult or tarot card readers, and taking the initiative and saying, you know what? I feel on my spirit that there is more, and for taking the walk with Jesus Christ. So I commend you for that too.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and God leads us. He seeks us out. He does. He finds us.
Oh,
He does.
it's beautiful. It's interesting, Lori, because I grew up in the church, but you break away from the church. And I was saying this before. I was like, just like you said, he comes into your heart. Lori, anywhere I will go, somebody be talking about God and Jesus. And I was like, all right, Lord, I'm running to you because I keep hearing you.
Yes, yes. Well, he does. He'll continue to speak. There are times that I'm just like, okay, I have to listen. I have to listen. But yeah, he does. He does. He'll continue um to search to help us find him. Yeah, he will.
Oh, and it's been an incredible journey, ever since. So that's absolutely beautiful. And I'm so glad that you can take your passion, what you love, and bring it into your ministry as well. And it's so amazing that we have these platforms and these online platforms, in-person platforms to really expand and do what we love. And I always say, like, God is the CEO. I'm the COO of the business, Life Coach with Star, but he's the CEO, and he just guides our ministry, our words.
I love that. God is the CEO. I saw that the other day too somewhere, goddess, and I was like, yes, I like that. The CEO.
Yes, I've heard
Yes,
someone
that's
said that.
good.
I said he's the CEO and I'm the COO.
Yes, yes, that's good. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
awesome.
I find I mean, I can't say every morning, most mornings before I do anything, okay, I need to have my business meeting with God, get up early. What is God telling me to do today? What is he, and just going by his leading. Yeah, I find there's so much different advice out there, starting your
Right.
own thing and different, and then you're like, oh, I think I should, and so just recently it's like, it's good to hear people's advice, but really like the Lord he'll give you wisdom. He'll tell you, um, and other people too. We do need coaches and help, but yeah, I feel like that is one thing that I've been just doing in the mornings is okay. Um, I just want to hear from God. What do you say today?
Yes, I
Yes,
love it. I agree with you 100% because that's how I start out my day as well.
yes, yes.
Oh, Lori, with that being said, Lori, I mean, there are so many amazing Bible verses, but if you had to choose one Bible verse, what would you say is one of the ones that you highly recommend for our audience and why?
um, Maybe Proverbs 16:9. I had a couple I was thinking about, but so we were just talking about, in his heart a man plans his course, but the Lord determines his steps. Um,
Mm,
I like that because we can make plans, um, but when we are in the will of God, when we're searching for the will of God, like He will determine our steps. Like He'll lead us in the right way, even if we go off in the wrong way a little bit. The course of our heart, when our heart's with Him, and He'll guide us. I've always felt comforted by that. Like, okay, trying something new. Well, if it doesn't work, I know God's going to lead me. He's got my steps. He's in front of me. He knows. So yeah, that's one of my favorite verses.
oh, I love it because you're so right. We could make a dozen plans, but he's gonna guide them. He's gonna leave it. He has the ultimate say, and it just gives you that reassurance that everything, if it doesn't see the way that we fit, is working out for our good.
Yes, yes.
Lori, one of the things too, I gotta ask this because you're so into fitness. Now, does your husband and your kids do they work out?
Yes, my husband is stubborn, and I bug him all the time, and he has been doing some stretching and some Pilates. And not doesn't work out as much though, but he's got a very physically challenging job. Um, and so he does get a lot of cardio and stuff in his job. And my kids, yes, my kids, I make them, they do sports like hockey and stuff too, but I do make them like, they're like, oh, I make them do planks, and we do our little workouts. And, especially this past summer when we moved, because we're a little more remote now, we moved to, farmland, and so there's not as many sports for them. Like they do hockey, but since we moved, I actually have been making them do a little bit more of an actual workout. Like, no, you guys need to actually get more, do some stretching and some weights. And it's because it's actually really good for kids too, because I learned back a while ago from I think she's a neurodevelopmental specialist. But there's a lot of connections that are actually made in the brain. Like when the kids are doing the monkey bars, there's actually it actually creates connections in the brain. And so this lady, her son actually got hit by a car when he was 2, and it's a miraculous story. And anyway, and so she would always talk about the brain and how important it is to actually develop those connections, and with kids, when you have kids, because it actually, and he came to a full recovery, a wonderful story, of just God's healing and of her learning and working with kids, who have different learning challenges, and so yeah, I learned a lot from her, and she's really, yeah, it was really good kind of learning that. So even just doing, when your kids are, mine used to do taekwondo and stuff, like they're actually developing, connections in the brain as well. It's really important to be physically active. So but yeah, they in the summertime there's a ton of swimming. We have a river around, so yeah, and then sledding and stuff in the winter, but just try to keep them active. So, but I do make them do exercises too, not just the active sports and sledding and
Right.
stuff, but they do Pilates too.
Go
So they
ahead,
do.
mom.
My kids do. My husband, he's, a little more challenging to get to work out. But he has been, yeah, he has been on a routine. So
Uh,
yeah.
they have you and God, and I always ask them like, because you'll work out, you'll be like, "Does my family do it?" So that's good.
Yes, yes. And they know I need my workout too. They know when I'm working out, like, oh, it's not bother mom. Like we need that time. I'm like, I need this time. It's a small amount of, it's not that long, like an hour. But I need it. It's important. I just feel like when we take care of ourselves, we give so much more to others. We do.
Yes.
I find that just like for me, that's one thing I found as a busy mom, that I need that time, and then I'm so much more excited to give my time to my family and all the things we need to do for our family, but just making that time for ourselves is important. So
It sure is.
yeah.
Lord, oh man, I mean, fitness is so important. What are some words of wisdom as we go into this new year that you would like to say to our awesome, healthy, and fit audience?
Um, maybe seek God first in everything you do. Like whatever, if you're starting something, talk about it to God first. If someone's sick, pray first, and really seek God before anything else. And also find an exercise that you like.
Yeah.
Find some sort of activity. Like if you like walking, then start walking. You can pace up the speed a bit. If you're really into Pilates, then do Pilates, or whatever it is. Or if you like playing sports, join an adult league and do some sports. But just something to stay active. It's super important. So I guess those are two different things. So maybe for the new year, find something active and go to God first.
Oh,
So
I love audience. Y'all heard it from fitness instructor Lori, how you can merge the two and it will have you feeling great. Oh, Lori, thank you so much, Lori, and for just showing up as the beautiful woman of God and authentic woman of God that you are.
thank you. And thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm so happy that we met. I
Oh,
love this whole online world, like meeting so many different people.
yes,
Yes.
awesome. I know, Lori, my pleasure. Thank you. And Lori, I can't let our healthy and fit audience go. Let the audience know the name of your business one more time and all your social media contacts.
Yes, yes. So my website is www.trifitness.ca. And if you go under contact me, you'll find all of my other contact me. It'll directly take you to all my social media. Otherwise, my work page on Facebook is Faith Fitness Freedom. And I think I wrote down somewhere. My my Instagram. Okay, it's Lori underscore, so LORI underscore @AT underscore TriFitness TRI fitness. And that's my Instagram. And my YouTube is at TriFitness2181. And you'll see it if you just go onto my website, trifitness.ca. Super easy. Contact me, and then it'll have like the all the links there, so it goes directly. And right now there's no videos, but I will be adding some YouTube videos over the next few months. That's one of my plans for what I'm going to be doing in the next few months.
Oh, awesome. So, a healthy and fit audience, go check out fitness instructor and woman of God, Lori Cox, on Instagram, Facebook, her awesome website. And Lori has some awesome videos to get you and encouraged. Go ahead and subscribe to her YouTube channel so that you can start off your new year if you like to watch it. She has some more videos for you, and she is just leading you, and her reviews are really awesome too. So definitely think about utilizing her for a personal trainer, virtually or in person. Oh man, Lori, that is so exciting. I'm so excited to see all of the exercises, the newness, the wisdom that you have as we go into the year 2023.
Yes, thank you. And thank you so much. It's amazing what you're doing. I love your idea, the Tuesdays, the tea. I love it, therapeutic tea time. Like that's wonderful. And
Yes.
being able to interview so many people. Sounds
Oh,
like
thank
really
you.
fun.
And
Sounds
audience,
fun.
before we got started, you can see Lori and I got my teacup right here.
We both had a cup of tea.
Lori, we came ready.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, audience, thank you so much. My name is Amber Star, also known as Life Coach Miss Star. And y'all know you can catch me every Tuesday right here at 7 p.m. on Red Media Radio for Therapeutic Tea Tuesdays podcast. Our mission is to inspire you. And if you're looking for life coaching, connect with me. I'm on all social media platforms. I'm on mymentor.life/AmberStar, or feel free to email me. It's star, STARR .Nikki, NIKKI 0424 @gmail.com. And we want to tell you, God bless you. And for everybody on my YouTube channel, thank you. Lori's information is down below where you can connect with her. And Lori and I are sending an abundance of blessings your way.